What if F1 had half tyre grip but double downforce? So, once again, we're living in a world of alternative physics. We're in the game world, we're on F1 2020, or we can do any physics we like. We can change any variables we like and it will just work. So, we've halved the tyre grip, we've doubled the downforce. Probably is possible in life, but will probably never happen. So we're just going to see what happens. You know, in theory, we should be able to go the same speed through the higher speed corners, but much slower through the slower speed corners. I don't really know. I've not tried it yet, but let's jump on the racing point. Let's get to China and let's see how it is. Okay, here we go. A very, very cautious hairpin from the AI. That doesn't bode well for the grip levels that I'm going to get once I do have control of the car. Here we go. Ooh, just about full throttle there. Braking almost at my normal point. That's not too... Okay. That's better. Whoa. I was going to say better than I expected. And immediately got a huge amount of wheel spin. Let's do a time trial lap first, and then we'll get into a race just after that. And now, the first turn... Okay, it's not too... Oh, God. Oh, God. This is actually the worst corner for it, because as we go in, we're going to get less and less grip. You do normally anyway as the downforce starts to rub off, but as we've got double downforce, half tyre grip, that issue is probably doubled at least. So traction is very tricky. See, there you go. The car just does not want to grip up. Once you get a bit of speed on, the car gets a bit of stability and you're okay. Braking points aren't far off. They aren't far off of what they normally are, because you're going a bit slower coming into the corner. And then you of course got a nice lot of downforce when you first hit the brakes, when most of the braking happens. Or most of the braking energy happens, I should say. Again, not too bad through here. It's definitely slower. I should say that delta in the top right is not compared to my best time. I don't have a best time at China, which is why there is no delta. But it feels okay. It's the slower speed stuff that's bad. Oh, but it is definitely slower for the higher speed corners, at least for now. So now coming up, we've got a corner that's the opposite to the first turn, whereby we're going to be gaining speed throughout, which we should be building downforce, so very slow through the first part. Short shift up to third. Let's try and get the power best we can, but it's going to be tricky as we're trying to turn. Oh, God. Come on, downforce. Save me. It finally saved me, and then we're full throttle. So, interesting. There isn't too many super high-speed corners, though, at China, but it's definitely less grip at high speed. I thought we'd be quite similar at high speed. Definitely that's going to try and break at normal point. Very nearly. You can very nearly break your normal point. So definitely less grip at higher speed, but not vastly less. Probably, you know, 20% less, which is a fair chunk in F1 car, but at slower speed it's, well, I mean it's half probably, isn't it, more or less. And for the mid-speed corners, it just kind of is slower, but it still feels quite planted. So we come across the line there with a 155.7, not a good lap around China, but let's get into an AI race now around China. Just before we get into the race, I want to remind you that this mod is available on Gillen Gang Premium. If you've got F1 2020 on PC, press the join button down below and become a YouTube member for the Alex Gillen YouTube channel. Join as a Gillen Gang Premium member and you'll get full access to this mod. Just copy and paste and it's ready to go. Hit join down below if you want to give that a go. But now let's get into this race. There we go then, on the grid, switching over to George Russell in the Williams for reasons that will become very clear in just a moment. Let's get this race started. Potentially outgoing Chinese Grand Prix with current COVID rumours going around, but anyway, trying to get a good start. Lots of wheel spin there, but we managed to get it started nonetheless. Just about, still struggling with traction. Now we're on full beans, but not till now. Oh, I don't want to go inside of there. That's a bit much. So Tiffy as well. So he is our teammate. Look at them, just 2 by 2 following their line. I can just cruise up the inside here, and this is why I'm in a Williams. Because for some reason the AI are particularly slow with this mod. They generally handle most mods really well, but with this mod in particular, they really struggle. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Of course, AI are very much not trained for these conditions. They're trained to work well with full tyre grip and normal downforce. So I have kind of messed with their heads a little bit, I guess you could say. So that's why we're in a Williams, the slowest possible car, to see if we can make somewhat of a race of this mod. I have got them on 100%, 110% AI as well, with a standard setup, of course. Late on the power there. Are they safe with the high-speed section? Yes, they are. Can we go? We can go on the outside, even in a Williams. Even in a Williams. Kevin Magnussen, easy. Easy. I don't know why they're struggling. Normally you can figure out why they're struggling. But they're just choosing to go slow. We almost have a spin. And that is definitely the most challenging part of this mod, is the traction. It's really difficult to get good traction. They even brake early, I think. A little bit early. But it's the corner speed mainly. They're just very, very cautious with the corners coming up the inside of Grosjean here in this traction zone. Yes. No problem whatsoever. Oh, a little bit of correction mid-corner there, but we're okay. Up to Rich, up to overtake. Now, is Leclerc going to be quicker than us in a straight line with a Ferrari engine? And no, definitely not. Definitely not. Is he going to defend? No, he's not. Oh, that was felt a bit floaty there. Oh, braked a bit early. I went to snap ahead of him, you know, snap to the right to get alongside him, and it just felt a little bit floaty because the lack of tyre grip, despite us being over 300k. God, look at that wheel spin. Leclerc's going to be coming back at us. We can outbrake him. Turn in on him. We got the corners. Oh, that was a bit much, actually, but never mind. Sorry, Charles. Anyway, up to P6 at the moment. Let's see how long it takes us to get to P1. Actually, it's quite a big gap to P1. For some reason, the Red Bull's dominating this Grand Prix. Let's see how long it takes us to get into P1. Surely we'll be able to do it, but maybe not. We haven't got a long race. Around the outside, there are 2 cars. Lovely jubbly. Squeeze back into the apex a little bit. Up to P4. That's 2 positions. So Alex Albon's up next. It must be Max Verstappen leading this Grand Prix. Up to 3rd. Try and get some sort of traction on the exit. Easier said than done with this mod, but we do it in the end. And let's get after Alex Albon. Now, will we be able to overtake him in the high-speed S's? Even though we're a second back at the moment. Because they're so slow through some of the corners. Gained 4/10 through that one. Oh, they get better traction than us, though, definitely. Now, first one. Oh, I was going to say not round the first time, won't be able to go past him, but look at that. A Williams goes round the outside of a Red Bull in a high downforce corner. That is a statement you probably will never hear in Formula 1. I imagine by the time Williams, if they get back to the top, I imagine Red Bull will be quit by then, you'd have thought. But anyway, I'll keep getting a little bit sidetracked. We're doing purple sectors at the moment. Let's get up to after Bottas, a little bit deep in that one. It actually feels okay to drive. It's a bit floaty, but other than that, it's not too bad. You just have to be cautious. AI just being a bit too cautious. You just have to be a bit cautious and be ready to catch oversteer, just like that. Let's see, we shouldn't be faster than the Mercedes in a straight line, surely. But let's see, we've got a lot of overtake to use. ERS. Bit of slipstream is helping us. I haven't changed the drag, I will say. And everything else, of course, is completely standard. Can we dive bomb in from miles back? Can we get it stopped? I mean, not really. We did get it stopped, but not with any reasonable speed. 2 short shifts there. Try and del the wheel spin a bit. Full throttle now. Oh, I think you have to wait till 5th gear for full throttle, I think. Roughly. Right, come on. Let's get Bottas in the first turn. And let's get after Verstappen. Will that be a purple? It will, but not a great final sector. Let's get Bottas now. Let's try and go on his outside. Oh. So I said try, then he braked so early. We just cruise on his outside. 2 seconds now to Verstappen. How long will it take us to get him? In which sector of this lap will we get him? It'll be pretty soon, I would have thought. We should have done a 3-lap race. That would have spiced it up a little bit, but never mind. We can pretend. We'll pretend this is a 3-lap race. So this is the last lap of the race. We need to get Verstappen. We can also get purple for the fastest lap, the extra point for the Williams racing team. And style points as well. Bit of Tokyo Drift on the go. Oh my god, that was a bit much. Can we send it in here? See, you can't really, without just booting the throttle, it doesn't really slide in the high speed stuff. See there, look, it won't slide without me giving it a bit of beans. Oh, I regret that, I regret that. I was going to try and drift on the outside of Verstappen, but then we got a bit wide and we got a bit of grass. Okay, we need to concentrate now. He is a second ahead. We won't be ahead until perhaps the end of the straight if we're lucky. Getting a few tenths there on the brakes. Can we go on his outside through this one? Surely not. Not with that line we can't. No. Just haven't got good enough traction to do it. Oh, my word. That was a big slide. Verstappen got a better exit. We are also going to get DRS. How much quicker are we going to be in a straight line? Did they back off in a straight line? No, they didn't back off. They just brake very early. Dive bomb from this far back. Got it stopped nicely. Squeeze Verstappen out. Don't have a spin. Oh, that was full opposite lock. That was close. Oh no, I regret it. I did full throttle just for a bit of banter, but I regret it. A bit of a corner cut, see if we can get Verstappen for the run to the line. Better traction. Can we do it? Just about. Just about. 300s, I think that was, at the line, which we're going to call the finish of this race. Because, let's be honest, nobody wants to just see me just do 2 laps extra of this track for no apparent reason. So we'll do a few donuts on the outside to make up for it. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, Gillingham Premium, press the join button down below if you want to try this mod on PC for yourselves. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.